The world is wrapped in silver dawn. The ocean breathes before the storm of the day begins to form. I wake before the sun has risen high. Step onto the sand beneath purple sky. The air is cool and wet against my face. The sacred hour, this liminal space between the night and coming day, where all my worries wash away with every wave that touches shore. I'm present here and nothing more. There's holiness in the quietude, in the early morning solitude, where I can hear my soul speak clear. Dawn meditation by the waves so slow, breathing with the rhythm of the ocean's flow. Every inhale is the tide coming in, every exhale releasing where I've been. In the stillness I discover who I am, not who I was or who I'll be, but here I stand. The first light breaks across the water wide. Dawn meditation, I'm alive inside. The horizon starts to glow with hints of gold, a brand new story waiting to unfold. I sit cross-legged on the cooling sand, close my eyes and feel the universe expand within my chest, within my mind, leaving yesterday behind. The waves are counting like a prayer, each one washing clean the air. There's wisdom in the in-between, the space that most will never see, between the sleeping and the wake. Dawn meditation by the waves so slow, breathing with the rhythm of the ocean's flow. Every inhale is the tide coming in, every exhale releasing where I've been. In the stillness I discover who I am, not who I was or who I'll be, but here I stand. The first light breaks across the water wide. Dawn meditation, I'm alive inside. Stands like statue in the shallows near, patient, present, no future and no fear, teaching me the ancient art of now, of being here without the how, or why or when or what comes next, just existing and perplexed by the questions that usually define my restless, racing, worried mind. Maybe secret isn't found in temples grand. Maybe holy happens when you understand that you're alive right now, right here. That this breath, this wave, this atmosphere is all you need to touch the divine, to feel connected to the grand design of life and death and rebirth and release. Dawn meditation brings me peace. Some mornings feel like second chances given. Some dawns remind you why you're living. I'm grateful for this quiet hour alone. spirit learns to rest in the simplicity of breath. Dawn meditation by the waves so slow, breathing with the rhythm of the ocean's flow. Every inhale is the tide coming in, every exhale releasing where I've been. In the stillness I discover who I am, not who I was or who I'll be, but here I stand. The first light breaks across the water. Wide dawn meditation, I'm alive inside. Dawn meditation, and I'm finally home in this body, on this earth. No need to roam, searching for the peace that's always here. In the morning, in the waves, in the atmosphere. The sun rises slow and paints the sky, reminding me I'm exactly where I'm meant to. Try to live this day with presence and with grace. Dawn meditation, I found my place. Dawn meditation, waves so slow, found my place. Alive inside, here I stand. Here I stand. Breathe in with the ocean's rise. Breathe out with the ocean's sighs. Let the rhythm synchronize. I walk along the waterline at dawn, my footprints brief before they're gone, erased by waves that know the art of letting go, of making start. Fresh with every single breath, with every cycle, life and death, of foam and water, sand and air, teaching me to simply care about this moment, nothing more. About this step along the shore. There's healing in the repetition of the ocean's timeless mission to breathe in, breathe out, return again. Breathing with the ocean rhythm, I am whole, mindful on the shoreline, healing in my soul. Every wave that crashes is a lesson in release. Every tide that rises brings a little more peace. I'm learning how to let things flow and fade, to trust the cycles that the universe has made. The ocean teaches patience, teaches presence, teaches me. Breathing ocean rhythm, finally I'm free. The morning mist is lifting from the bay, the sun breaks through in golden rays, but I'm not rushing toward the light. I'm here within this quiet rite of breathing deep this salty air, of feeling fully, truly there inside my body, in this space where time moves at a different pace, and all the noise just falls away in the presence of the waves that play. There's wisdom in the wavelength, in matching breath to water strength, to surrender to the natural flow. Breathing with the ocean rhythm, I am whole, mindful on the shoreline, healing in my soul. Every wave that crashes is a lesson in release. Every tide that rises brings a little more peace. I'm learning universe has made. The ocean teaches patience, teaches presence, teaches me. Breathing ocean rhythm, finally I'm free. I close my eyes and feel the breeze carry all my anxieties out across the open sea, where they dissolve and set me free. To be exactly where I am, without a complicated plan. Just breathing, being, standing still, surrendering my worried will to something bigger, something vast. The present moment, nothing past. Maybe mindfulness is simpler than we think. Maybe all we need is standing at the brink of land and water known in mystery, to remember we're part of everything we see. The ocean doesn't worry about tomorrow's tide. It just keeps breathing, keeps the rhythm deep inside. Its ancient waters keeps the cycle going strong. Maybe we can learn to sing that same song. Some healing comes from medicine and care. Some peace is found in breathing salty air. I'm learning to be gentle with my mind. There's grace in the acceptance of our human impermanence. Like footprints in the sand will fade. Breathing with the ocean rhythm, I am whole, mindful on the shoreline, healing in my soul. Every wave that crashes is a lesson in release. Every tide that rises brings a little more peace. I'm learning how to let things flow and fade, to trust the cycles that the universe has made. The ocean teaches patience, teaches presence, teaches me. Breathing ocean rhythm, finally I'm free. Breathing with the ocean rhythm, I have found that peace is not a destination, but the sound of waves that never stop their ancient dance of giving yourself permission and the chance to rest, to heal, to simply be alive without the pressure to constantly survive. The ocean is my teacher, showing me the way. Breathing ocean rhythm, I'm okay today. Breathing ocean rhythm, I am whole, finally I'm free. I'm okay today, let things flow and fade. Setting foot on untouched sand, so white. The jungle calls me toward the light, filtering through the canopy so bright. I'm an island explorer with a backpack light, following trails through the jungle tight, where vines hang low and flowers bloom wild. I feel like a wandering, curious child, discovering treasures at every turn. Ancient secrets I'm here to learn, from the land, from the sea, from the sky, from the way the tropical birds fly. There's adventure in the unknown path, in the aftermath of breaking from the map, to explore what's calling deep inside. I'm a tropical island explorer today. Paradise seeker, finding my way through hidden lagoons and secret coves, following wherever my wild heart roams. Every waterfall is a new beginning, every palm tree is the universe spinning. Stories of freedom in the ocean breeze, tropical island explorer, finally at ease. I climb volcanic rocks to reach the peak, where the view takes my breath and makes me weak in the knees from the beauty spread below. Islands scattered like a cosmic show. Turquoise water, emerald green, the most stunning thing I've ever seen. I raise my arms and shout out loud, standing on this mountain proud. There's magic in the elevation, in the pure celebration of being alive and fully here. I'm a tropical island explorer today, paradise seeker finding my way through hidden lagoons and secret coves, following wherever my wild heart roams. Every waterfall is a new beginning, every palm tree is the universe spinning, stories of freedom in the ocean breeze. Tropical island explorer, finally at ease. I find a village where the locals greet with smiles warm and food to eat. They teach me dances, teach me songs, show me where my soul belongs. In the rhythm of the island drums, in the way the evening comes, painting everything in gold and rose, teaching me to trust the flow. Maybe paradise is not a place you find on maps. Maybe heaven's in the courage when adventure calls, perhaps to leave behind what's comfortable and known, to make the whole wide world your home. Maybe exploration isn't just external, maybe the real journey is internal, finding parts of yourself you didn't know existed, and places where your soul has always insisted you belong. You're free, you're wild. Some islands change you from the inside out, some adventures answer every doubt. I'm discovering who I was meant to be. There's power in the seeking, in the way the world is speaking, through the jungle, through the sea, through the sky. I'm a tropical island explorer today, paradise seeker finding my way through hidden lagoons and secret coves, following wherever my wild heart roams. Every waterfall is a new beginning, every palm tree is the universe spinning, stories of freedom in the ocean breeze. Tropical island explorer, finally at ease. I'm a tropical island explorer, and I found that paradise is everywhere around. When you open your heart, when you realize that every sunrise is an invitation to explore and see the infinite beauty that's surrounding me on this island, in this moment, wild and free. Tropical island explorer is who I'll always be. Island explorer, paradise seeker, finally at ease. Who I'll always be, wild and free. Wild and free.
Lying in a hammock in the coconut grove, time moves different and I'm in no hurry to go. Island time is teaching me to take it slow. The afternoon sun filters through the palms above, casting dancing shadows like a message of love from the universe, saying rest, you've done enough. There's nothing left to prove, nothing to be, just this hammock and the coconut tree, swaying gently in the tropical breeze, teaching me the art of being at ease. There's wisdom in the slowness here, in the way all urgency disappears into the rhythm of the island way. Coconut grove afternoon, island time flow, nothing to do just the breeze and the birds and the ocean sound. Gravity releases, I'm floating off the ground. This is living without the rush and race. This is finding peace in a slower pace. Coconut Grove afternoon, I understand. Life tastes sweeter when you're island time, man. A coconut falls somewhere in the distance. I don't jump, I've learned the art of non-resistance to the way things happen in their own sweet time. When you're living in this paradigm of trust and flow and letting be, of surrendering to simplicity. The hammock rocks me like a lullaby while I watch the clouds drift lazy by. There's magic in the afternoon heat, in the way my heart finds its beat, matching the tempo of the tide. Coconut Grove afternoon, island time float. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, just the breeze and the birds and the ocean sound. Gravity releases, I'm floating off the ground. This is living without the rush and race. This is finding peace in a slower pace. Coconut Grove afternoon, I understand. Life tastes sweeter when you're island time, man. Maybe I'll get up and go for a swim. Maybe I'll stay right here on this whim, or lack thereof, just being still, surrendering my anxious will to something bigger, something wise that lives beneath these island skies, teaching everyone who stops to hear that the best things happen when you're here. Maybe the world would be better if we all lived slower. Maybe we notice more, see clearer, grow lower our walls and higher our capacity for joy. Maybe the island time is not just a ploy for tourists to relax, but actually a truth about the way we're meant to move through this life, this day, this precious hour. Maybe island time is our greatest power. Some lessons come from slowing down completely. Some wisdom whispers to you sweetly when you stop trying to control it all. There's grace in the suspension of all worldly pretension, just being held by this moment here. Coconut Grove afternoon, island time float. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, just the breeze and the birds and the ocean sound. Gravity releases, I'm floating off the ground. This is living without the rush and race. This is finding peace in a slower pace. Coconut Grove afternoon, I understand. Life tastes sweeter when you're island time, man. Coconut Grove afternoon, I've learned the key to happiness is simply learning to be present in the hammock, present in the now. Not worrying about the when or how, just trusting that the universe provides. When you match the rhythm of the tides, island time is more than just a phrase. It's a whole philosophy for spending days. Coconut Grove, island time flow. Take it slow, learn to keep, just learning to be.
Following the sound of rushing water through the jungle, growing harder till I find what nature's offered. I've been hiking through the jungle for an hour now, following a sound I can't quite figure out. The rush of water somewhere up ahead. The locals told me follow where the path has led, through vines and ferns and ancient trees, past orchids blooming wild and free. My heart is racing with anticipation of finding this hidden creation. There's magic in the journey through the green and discovering what few have seen. A secret that the jungle keeps. Jungle waterfall discovery. I found paradise hidden behind the canopy. More beautiful than I realized. The water crashes down in silver sheets into a crystal pool where heaven meets the earth in perfect harmony divine. This jungle waterfall discovery is mine. To witness, to remember, to hold dear. Hidden paradise, I'm finally here. I step into the pool and gasp from cold, but quickly warm as I'm embraced and told by the water that I'm welcome in this place, that nature offers me her grace. The waterfall is thunderous and strong. I swim beneath it, let it sing its song upon my shoulders, on my head, washing away all fear and dread. There's healing in the power here, in the way the waterfall makes clear that life is meant to flow like this. Jungle waterfall discovery. I found paradise hidden behind the canopy. More beautiful than I realized. The water crashes down in silver sheets into a crystal pool where heaven meets the earth in perfect harmony divine. This jungle waterfall discovery is mine. To witness, to remember, to hold dear. Hidden paradise, I'm finally here. I float on my back and look up at the sky. Through the jungle canopy so high, birds are calling, monkeys swing. I can hear the whole jungle sing a symphony of life and green. The most alive I've ever been in this moment, in this pool, feeling utterly renewed. Maybe paradise is hidden for a reason. Maybe sacred places need their season of solitude before they're shared with those who seek them out through jungle's throes. Maybe the journey makes the destination sweeter. Maybe struggle makes the victory completer. Maybe finding hidden waterfalls within is where the real adventure begins. Some treasures are worth the difficult hike. Some beauties hit you with their might. I'm grateful for this secret place. There's divinity in nature's art, in the way it opens up your heart to wonder, beauty, and amazement pure. Jungle waterfall discovery. I found paradise hidden behind the canopy. More beautiful than I realized. The water crashes down in silver sheets into a crystal pool where heaven meets the earth in perfect harmony divine. This jungle waterfall discovery is mine. To witness, to remember, to hold dear. Hidden paradise, I'm finally here. Jungle waterfall discovery changed my soul, made me feel completely whole. The jungle gave me this precious gift, a hidden place where spirits lift above the ordinary, above the mundane, into the realm of the sacred and arcane. I'll carry this with me wherever I roam. Jungle waterfall, hidden paradise home.
Gather round the fire, as the sun goes down. Let me tell you stories from this island town, where the stars come out and the world slows down. We built this bonfire from driftwood and dreams. The flames dance higher than it first seems possible when we started just at dusk. Now it's roaring strong with the amber crust of glowing embers floating up to meet the stars that twinkle in their cosmic beat. We pass around a bottle, pass around the tales of how we ended up with these island trails. There's community in the circle here, in the way we share without any fear, our stories, dreams, and wandering hearts. Beachside bonfire stories lighting up the night, island night tales making everything right, with strangers who became a family around this fire by the restless sea, sharing laughter, sharing tears, sharing truth, finding connection in this makeshift booth of sand and flame and starlit sky. Beachside bonfire stories, you and I. Someone plays guitar, someone starts to sing, everyone joins in on everything. The songs we know by heart from years ago, the melodies that make our spirits glow. A traveler shares about the road she's walked, another tells the dreams he's always talked about pursuing but never dared, until this island showed him how to care. There's magic in the vulnerability, in the beachside bonfire's ability to make us open up and be real. Beachside bonfire stories lighting up the night, island night tales making everything right, with strangers who became a family around this fire by the restless sea, sharing laughter, sharing tears, sharing truth, finding connection in this makeshift booth of sand and flame and starlit sky. Beachside bonfire stories, you and I. The fire's getting lower but nobody moves. We're all entranced by these conversational grooves that wind and weave through hope and pain, through loss and love and summer rain. Someone shares about the person they became after heartbreak taught them how to reclaim their power, their voice, their sacred worth. The fire witnesses our rebirth. Maybe the best conversations happen by firelight. Maybe truth comes easier in the night, when faces are half shadowed, half revealed, when the darkness gives us space to heal by speaking out loud what we hold inside. Maybe bonfires are where we find our tribe, the ones who see us truly hear our stories and share in both our struggles and our glories. Some nights you meet your soul family, some fires forge bonds eternally. I'm grateful for this circle of light. There's beauty in the flames that fade, in the memories we've made before this night dissolves to dawn. Beachside bonfire stories lighting up the night, island night tales making everything right, with strangers who became a family around this fire by the restless sea, sharing laughter, sharing tears, sharing truth, finding connection in this makeshift booth of sand and flame and starlit sky. Beachside bonfire stories, you and I. Beachside bonfire stories, I remember when I'm far from here, I'll think of this again. The way we shared our hearts around the flame, the way we spoke each other's name with kindness and acceptance and respect, the way this night I didn't expect to change my life, but somehow did. Beachside bonfire, the best stories are the ones we live. Bonfire stories, lighting up the night, became a family, you and I. Best stories.
Standing on the dock as the ferry arrives, saying goodbye to this island life, but carrying it with me for all my life. I packed my bag at sunrise this morning. The island gave me no warning that leaving would feel this hard. I thought I was just a visitor passing through, but somewhere between the ocean blue and the jungle green I grew into someone I didn't know I could be. The island set something free. There's sadness in the departure, but gratitude is the larger emotion filling up my heart. Returning to the mainland, but I'm not the same. Island goodbye, but I'll remember your name. Every sunset, every wave, every palm tree, you taught me how to finally be free. To explore, to rest, to simply exist. Island goodbye, you'll forever be missed, but I'm taking your lessons back with me. Returning to the mainland, carrying the sea. I look back at the shore one final time, memorizing every mountain line, every beach where I found peace, every trail where my worries found release. The ferry pulls away and I start to cry, not from sadness but from the high of gratitude for this gift of time on an island that felt almost mine. There's beauty in the temporary, in the way the extraordinary visits us, and then let's go. Returning to the mainland, but I'm not the same. Island goodbye, but I'll remember your name. Every sunset, every wave, every palm tree, you taught me how to finally be free. To explore, to rest, to simply exist. Island goodbye, you'll forever be missed, but I'm taking your lessons back with me. Returning to the mainland, carrying the sea. I think about the people that I met, the conversations I won't forget, the strangers who became like family in the span of days beside the sea. I think about the version of myself that I discovered on the silence shelf, between the books of who I was and who I'm becoming, just because I said yes to the adventure call. Maybe home is not a single place we know. Maybe home is learning how to let things go, while holding close the lessons learned along the way. Maybe goodbyes are just hellos to a new day, where we bring forward all the growth we've earned from the islands where our restless hearts have turned, to find the peace, the joy, the wild and free. Maybe the island lives inside of me. Some places mark you permanently, some islands become part of your identity. I'm grateful for every moment here. There's grace in the returning, in the way I'm not yearning to stay but ready to integrate. Returning to the mainland, but I'm not the same. Island goodbye, but I'll remember your name. Every sunset, every wave, every palm tree, you taught me how to finally be free. To explore, to rest, to simply exist. Island goodbye, you'll forever be missed, but I'm taking your lessons showed me beauty, showed me peace, showed me light, showed me how to live with all my might. I'm not the person who arrived here weeks ago. I've been transformed by your ebb and flow. The island lives inside me now. Returning to the mainland, I remember how to bow to beauty, to adventure, to the call. Island, goodbye. Thank you for it all. Returning to the mainland, not the same. Island, goodbye. Grateful heart, thank you for it all. Lives inside me. The city's dressed in midnight silk tonight. Downtown after hours feels so right. Every street light is a guiding light. 2 a.m. and I'm driving through the heart of the city that I love. This urban art gallery of glass and steel and neon glow. Moving through the late night lane so slow. There's a different energy when most have gone to sleep. The city shows its secrets to the ones who keep vigil through the midnight hours alone. And cars becoming temples, streets becoming home. There's intimacy in the emptiness, in the way the downtown confesses all its beauty to the night owls here. Downtown after hours, late night lanes of mine. The city whispers stories in the neon sign. Every empty street becomes a private show just for those of us who love the midnight glow. The skyscrapers stand like sentinels tall, watching over the late night drivers, one and all. Downtown after hours, this is where I thrive. In the metropolitan heart, feeling so alive. I passed the theater where the marquee's dark, but earlier tonight it was the spark of culture, entertainment, art alive. Now it rests until tomorrow's drive brings crowds back to its doors again. But right now it's just me and them, the few other souls who drive these streets, finding magic where the midnight meets the morning in this liminal space. There's poetry in the in-between, the quietest the city's ever been, yet somehow at its most authentic state. Downtown after hours, late night lanes are mine. The city whispers stories in the neon sign. Every empty street becomes a private show just for those of us who love the midnight glow. The skyscrapers stand like sentinels tall, watching over the late night drivers, one and all. Downtown after hours, this is where I thrive. In the metropolitan heart, feeling so alive. Pull up to a corner where a food cart glows. The vendor smiles like he already knows I'm one of the regulars of the night who finds sustenance and delight in the simple offerings of street food warm in the middle of the urban storm that's come to just a whisper now. The city teaching me somehow that there's beauty in the quiet times. Maybe cities are at their most honest after dark. Maybe the downtown wears its truest mark when the performance of the day is done, and it's just the moon and not the sun illuminating all the corners, all the streets. Maybe this is when the city really meets its own soul, and those of us who dare to drive the late night lanes and care about the urban heart that beats beneath the buildings, beneath the streets. Some city sleep, but mine just breathes. Some nights the downtown never leaves your memory. Once you felt this peace, there's elegance in the midnight drive, and the way the city comes alive. For those who love the after hours scene, downtown after hours, late night lanes are mine. The city whispers stories in the neon sign, and every empty street becomes a private show just for those of us who love the midnight glow. The skyscrapers stand like sentinels tall, watching over the late night drivers, one and all. Downtown after hours, this is where I thrive. In the metropolitan heart, feeling so alive. Downtown after hours, I'm in love with you. Every late night lane, downtown after hours, every avenue. You show me a soul in the midnight hour, giving me access to your quietest power. The city that never sleeps still rests its sighs just for a moment under midnight skies. Downtown after hours, this is home to me. In the late night lanes, I'm finally free. Downtown after hours, late night lanes, feeling so alive. Finally free, metropolitan heart. Standing on the rooftop high above it all, watching the city lights rise and fall, feeling so incredibly small. I found this rooftop access by mistake, climbed the stairs just needing a break from the noise and chaos down below. Now I'm standing in this elevated glow of perspective that comes from height, watching the city spread out in the night like a circuit board of human dreams. Nothing is quite what it seems from up here where I can breathe. There's wisdom in the elevation, in this quiet observation of life happening far below. Rooftop city view, skyline meditation, finding peace in this elevated station. Every light below is a life being lived. Every building has a story to give. From up here I can see the bigger design, the way we're all connected in the urban shrine. Rooftop city views, I understand we're all just grains of sand in something grand. Helicopter passes overhead. I think about the words left unsaid, and all the apartments down below. The love, the pain, the ebb and flow of millions of hearts beating as one. Underneath the moon and absent sun, we're all just trying to find our way through the night until the day brings new hope, new chances, new light. There's beauty in the perspective shift, in the way the rooftop gives this gift of seeing life from above the fray. Rooftop city view, skyline meditation, finding peace in this elevated station. Every light below is a life being lived. Every building has a story to give. From up here I can see the bigger design, the way we're all connected in the urban shrine. Rooftop city views, I understand we're all just grains of sand in something grand. But when we're stronger up here on the roof, but somehow it feels like living proof that there's something bigger than my small concerns. The city breathes and lives and learns from every generation that walks its streets, from every heart that skips its beats in the presence of this urban sprawl. that somehow holds and cradles all our hopes and dreams and fears and plans. Maybe meditation doesn't need to be in silence or enforced serenity. Maybe mindfulness is standing high, watching the city against the sky and feeling your place within it all. Neither too big nor too small, just right size, just human enough to love the beauty and the rough edges of this metropolitan life, the joy and the strife. Some peace is found in city heights, some meditation happens in the light of millions of souls just trying to survive. There's grace in the urban panorama, in the way it soothes the drama of individual worry and pain. Rooftop city views, Skyline Meditation, finding peace in this elevated station. Every light below is a life being lived. Every building has a story to give. From up here I can see the bigger design, the way we're all connected in the urban shrine. Rooftop city views, I understand. We're all just grains of sand in something grand. Rooftop city views have shown me truth, that perspective is the fountain of youth. It keeps us humble, keeps us aware that we're all in this together everywhere. The city from above looks like a prayer made of light and hope and care. Rooftop city views, Skyline Meditation gave me peace and elevation. Rooftop city views, Skyline Meditation, something grand, all in this together. Elevation, peace.
Enter the tunnel and the world goes quiet. Orange lights create a rhythmic riot of pattern and repetition. I'm in it. Driving through the tunnel underneath the city. The lights flash by in sequences so pretty. Orange, yellow, on repeat. Creating a meditation to the beat of my tires on the underground road. In this liminal space I've been bestowed, a moment outside of time and space, where I can just exist and race forward but feel completely still. There's something hypnotic in the pattern, in the way the tunnel lights flatten the world to just this forward motion here. Tunnel vision lights guiding me through underground highway, just me and you. The rhythm of the road, the flash and glow, taking me somewhere I need to go. Not a place, but a state of mind, where everything else gets left behind. Tunnel vision lights, I'm in the flow, underground highway, letting go. The radio cuts out in the concrete deep, but I don't mind, I'm too steep. A trance state induced by repetition of lights and lines in my position. Moving forward through the underground, the breathing slow and deep. This tunnel's got me in its key of meditation, concentration, peace. There's magic in the monotony, in the way it sets me free from thinking, just existing in the now. Tunnel vision lights guiding me through underground highway, just me and you. The rhythm of the road, the flash and glow, taking me somewhere I need to go. Not a place, but a state of mind where everything else gets left behind. Tunnel vision lights, I'm in the flow, underground highway, letting go. I've been driving through this tunnel for miles, for minutes I can tell, but all the whiles I've been thinking about nothing at all, just watching the lights rise and fall in their endless pattern on the wall. This is meditation, this is prayer, this is being completely there in the moment, in the drive, in the zone, in the tunnel, completely alone, but not lonely, just present and aware. Maybe we need these in-between spaces, these transitional underground places where we're neither here nor there, just in the movement through the air of the tunnel that connects two worlds, where our consciousness unfurls from the tight grip of daily stress into the state of timelessness, where lights flash by and we just breathe, and for a moment we believe that life could always be this simple, just forward motion, lights and mental peace that comes from repetition. Tunnel vision, tunnel vision. Some meditation happens in tunnels, some peace flows through these underground funnels. I'm grateful for this liminal space. There's power in the tunnel's hold, in the way the story's told by lights and lines and forward drive. Tunnel vision lights guiding me through underground highway, just me and you. The rhythm of the road, the flash and glow, taking me somewhere I need to go. Not a place, but a state of mind where everything else gets left behind. Tunnel vision lights, I'm in the flow, underground highway, letting go. Tunnel vision lights, and I see the end where the tunnel's darkness starts to bend toward daylight, toward the other side. But I'm grateful for this underground ride, through the liminal, through the space between, the most peaceful place I've ever been. Tunnel vision lights showed me the way, underground highway, I could drive all day. Tunnel vision, underground highway, letting go in the flow, I could drive all day. Could drive all day. City lights are guiding me back home after hours of midnight, driving alone. Tonight the journey ends where I belong. I've been driving through the city all night long, playing every midnight driving song that speaks to restless hearts like mine. But now I'm ready for the finish line, not because I'm tired of the road, but because I've carried all the load of thoughts I need a space to think, of feelings that need a room to sink into my bones and make me whole. The midnight drive has healed my soul. There's comfort in the home
homeward turn in the way the city lights confirm that adventure and arrival both have worth. Homeward city lights are welcoming me back. Journeys end tonight. I found what I lack. The peace that comes from knowing when to roam and when to let the city lights guide me home. I've driven through the darkness, through the night, found clarity in the neon light. Now I'm ready for my bed, my rest, my dreams. Homeward city lights. Nothing's as it seems until you've driven far enough to know that home is where you're meant to go. I recognize these streets, these turns, these signs, these familiar urban lines that led me back to my front door. But I'm not quite the same as I was before. I left to drive the midnight through. The city showed me something true about myself, about this place, about the gift of time and space to process, think and simply be. The midnight drive has set me free. There's beauty in the coming home after choosing first to roam the city streets in solitude and peace. Homeward city lights are welcoming me back. Journeys end tonight. I found what I lack. The peace that comes from knowing when to roam and when to let the city lights guide me home. I've driven through the darkness, through the night, found clarity in the neon light. Now I'm ready for my bed, my rest, my dreams. Homeward city lights. Nothing's as it seems until you've driven far enough to know that home is where you're meant to go. I pull into my parking space at last. The midnight drive is now the past, but it's given me a future clearer, made my purpose and my path feel nearer than they did when I first left. When I was feeling so bereft of direction, clarity and hope, the city taught me how to cope by driving till the answers came. The midnight streets were not the same when I arrived back home tonight. Maybe home is sweeter after wandering. Maybe rest is deeper after pondering the big questions while you drive alone. Maybe we appreciate our home more fully when we choose to leave and then return, because we believe that there's no place quite like the spot where we can rest and not be caught in the performance of our days. Maybe homeward is the phrase that matters most after the roam. Maybe journey's end is just another way to say you found your home. Some nights you need to drive to find your way. Some cities guide you home when you're astray. I'm grateful for the midnight and the lights. There's grace in the arrival, in the end of the revival that the midnight drive provided me. Homeward city lights are welcoming me back. Journeys end tonight. I found what I lack. The peace that comes from knowing when to roam and when to let the city lights guide me home. I've driven through the darkness, through the night, found clarity in the neon light. Now I'm ready for my bed, my rest, my dreams. Homeward city lights. Nothing's as it seems until you've driven far enough to know that home is where you're meant to go.